live thing.
Yep,
No,
we're live. I think Dee did it. I don't think I did it. I don't know.
Well, when you told me to do it, I tried to do it, and I'm like, okay.
I just went ahead and did it. Oh my gosh.
Hi, everyone.
Hey guys, let us know you're here. Give us a thumbs up or a hello, or let us know where you're from, because once again, Carolyn and I doing things we shouldn't be doing.
We got Carolann in New Jersey. We got Carolyn in New Mexico. And we can both wear this jewelry, right? We talk about that, right?
Exactly.
You come from the fashion world, and I met you when, and you told me you had pieces from like 10 years back, right? That's when we met, at least. Yeah.
At least. Yeah. I had been collecting for quite a while. It was definitely a style I loved. And then you and I crossed paths, and, I'm very, very happy to be here. That's all I can tell you. I'm very thrilled with this.
It was love at first sight, right?
It was.
At first coffee.
You're exactly right. It was like we knew each other for 20 years, right? When you and I sat down. Sometimes that happens. We're very lucky, right? A little kids.
Yeah.
But anyway, Carolyn's wearing her phenomenal traditional, Southwestern look, and I'm here representing the Eagles, guys, East Coast. But you know what, Carolyn? When I saw what we were going to be selling, and I saw this green, it inspired me.
Oh yeah.
And that's what great jewelry does, right? It can determine, it's an accessory that can determine, oh, this is what I'm going to wear today because this is going to look great.
Absolutely. And guys, we haven't talked about this in a while, but Carolann and I really spend time on these shows. It's not just that, showing up, but, the whole theme is something we want to work on. So you keep coming back. You're part of our community. You're our girlfriends. So what we decided to do today was to bring you matching, pieces that coordinate, like everything in one place. And you've helped us really develop that because you tell us what you want. I've been doing this for 30 years, and I love hearing from you. So a lot of what you're going to see in this sale are things that you've been wishing for. But you don't have to go matchy-matchy. They're just there for you to make your shopping easier. Like Carolann said, there are 309 designs, but I think things could go fast too.
Yeah.
So at this point.
Yeah, things will go fast so let me do the idea here. I don't know if we should wait for more people to join us or not, but we'll review it again. We'll go over it. So as Carolyn said, this is a mix and match theme. So if you put two or more items and you pick from the collection, when you go on American West Jewelry and you hit the live, there's going to be a collection that comes up, the 309 items. When you purchase two or more in there and you're mixing and matching, and you don't have to mix or match, just two or more items, you're going to get a discount that we're going to give you in just a little bit. So I just want to remind you guys that being that the holidays are coming up, this is a great opportunity to buy for others. We have installment options. When you shop on PayPal or Shop Pay. So that might be something that works really good for you. So if you're thinking of mixing and matching for yourself or for somebody else, hang on, you VIPers, because you're going to be getting a special discount that's above and beyond what you're seeing on the website, and it will be good.
We wanted to do this before we all got too busy. I'm traveling to Minnesota for Thanksgiving to see my family and all my cousins and their kids. Can't wait. And you have a house full coming. So it's not just about, it kind of reminded us that everybody's going to be busy, right? Next week. So let's do it now so you can treat yourself or jump on some holiday shopping. And I think there are a lot of pieces in this group where you could do one for me, one for you, right?
That's what my thought is, my sister.
Yes.
And, that's what I'm thinking of.
Or your daughter.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. You get the mama bear and she could be the baby bear, although she would prefer the bigger one. I don't know.
That girl just walks in and takes my jewelry. That's all that happens.
Now my granddaughters are getting old enough to do that. Yeah.
The girl just walks in and takes my jewelry and then lets me know she has it. So that's how that works in this house.
You should run it like a library where they check it out, right?
Well, when she lived at home, she used to knock on the door and say, "Is Macy's open yet?" And I'd be in bed. She would walk into my closet and get dressed. This is how it would work.
Well,
So
now you have to say no. This is
exactly,
Nordstrom or Saks.
exactly. But anyway, all right.
Macy's. Okay.
Exactly. Let's get started with the pieces that inspired my green sweater today.
Yeah.
You know, Carolyn, I have a couple pieces of malachite, but when I saw these and I put these on, I'm like, why do I not have more malachite? And I wonder if, you know, our VIPers out there think the same thing when they buy something a different color. Like, why don't I have more of this? So, guys, this is the malachite squash blossom. Now, we're starting big, guys. We're starting big. Keep in mind, you're going to be getting a code. The malachite squash blossom necklace. I want to let you know this comes in Kingman Turk, in Charoite, in black agate, a multicolor, and a lapis. I always keep these behind me on my
yeah.
Part of my display here is these squash blossoms. I love it. It is N1717, currently $592. It is not going to be $592. This is so beautiful. I think we talked about this style before, but Carolyn, I don't think we did it in malachite. So I just want to show you guys up close how the thing I like about this, Carolyn, that you did, this is a little bit different because you have this leaf design sort of working its way into the entire squash blossoms.
It's a tribute to Mother Nature. So this is more traditional Navajo inspired. This is the squash blossom that you'd see if you go to the ceremonials, and they could be big and bold and longer and all different sizes, and young and old will just be not only wearing one, but layered. That's how important these statement necklace in Native American jewelry is. And I'm sure all of our collectors are saying, what a great price. You know, yeah. I mean, you and I spent a couple days in Santa Fe, right, Carolann?
Right. Right.
And did you ever see a sterling silver and genuine gemstone squash blossom at this regular price of $592, which you know is going to be not even that? You're going to get a code.
As a matter of fact, Carolyn, that kind of surprised me when I came out there, because I kind of thought when I came out there, things would be less expensive. Yeah. And I actually felt like they were a little more. The thing I like about this is some of those squash blossoms we saw out there, listen, magnificent, and you understand why they're more, but some of them look to me almost more ceremonial. This is everyday wearable. This is, I'm putting this on going into the office. This is my white t-shirt and jeans. This is my green sweater. This is what inspired me to wear this green sweater. This is everyday living, and I know that's your goal, is for us to live in this jewelry. So
it is, and it never goes out of style. And with the adjustability, you know, and the way we strung this on the 2 strands of beads, you can wear it short inside the collar of, you know, a crisp white blouse or your denim jacket or a blazer to work.
Exactly. You know? I could put this up here. I could make it even longer. That versatility, when you do that open link, Carolyn, I love that.
Yes. So you can wear it around, you know, just, you know, a black turtleneck, you know, to just make your statement with your jewelry. And this, back to your point, Carolann, this isn't so big and bold that, you know, it's kind of like, where have you been to, you know, where are you coming from when you land in Philly, right? It's just a beautiful necklace that you can wear everywhere.
And with the code we're going to give you, maybe this is the time that you're going to be able to afford that statement piece. So hang on with us, guys. We're going to give you a code. So this is, again, N1717, comes in 5 other colors. The reason Carolyn and I, just in case anybody's new here, we give you those numbers. You can go on the American West Jewelry site, punch that number in, and it will come up. And that's why we give you those numbers, so you can get a really close-up look. Things Carolyn and I aren't able to do on this. So let's move on to something that is going in my cart. Carolyn, I fell again, and this is when I looked at this, I'm like, why don't I have more malachite? This is absolutely gorgeous. The thing about this is the way it fits on the finger. It gives you great coverage. It is so comfortable. You have that nod to the Southwest. You've got that large pop of color on top. This is R1398, the concha flower ring. This comes in, let me see, the same option right here. So guys, hang on with me. Kingman Turk, orange spiny, white howlite, green Turk, yellow jasper, red jasper, lapis picture jasper, and rhodonite. So type in R1398, and I think those options will also come up for you, Carolyn.
Oh,
Just a staple. To me,
it is.
a staple.
It's from our classics collection. And so many of you own this ring and you tell me you love the way it's got a big, bold presence at the top, you know, with that stone, that beautiful gemstone. I think it's a 10 by 14 millimeters. So that's,
Yes, it is. I'm not doing a good job here. Yes. And 3/8
no,
of it.
you are.
But
we tag team here, Carolann. That's what we do. And then the beautiful Navajo style flower or our concha design, and the rope, which you know is a symbol of loyalty. So it makes a great, great gift idea. And we do our rings in sizes, you know, 5 through 11 generally. So I mean, you can get this for everyone on your list. You know the color that they love. I mean, I get the gemstones that we've now, you know, added to this ring assortment are a testament to how popular this ring is, right?
Exactly.
I mean, you guys asked for certain gemstones, and that's why we have, you know, such an assortment now.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. It's just a great everyday ring. It's, as we said before, it's never going to go out of style. It's just enough presence. You know, sometimes we like those huge, big knuckle to knuckle. Sometimes you want something more petite. This is just like that Goldilocks, don't you think? Like in between.
Oh yeah, it is. It is.
Impact, right? But you're not overwhelmed. But again, tapers in the back. So guys, this is currently, listen, this is currently 81. You know you're going to be getting a great discount. So put this in your cart now, because this is going to be a phenomenal value. By the way, guys, when I give you that code, what you do is you have items loaded in your cart. There'll be a discount code space for you to put that in. And I know V's amazing at taking care of all that.
The VIP code, so it's only for you guys for tuning in.
Right.
And keeping up with our shenanigans.
Exactly. Only they knew. And then guys, since this theme today is mix and match, remember when you put 2 or more items in your basket, your cart, whatever we're calling it, you're going to be getting a discount. There you go. How about mixing and matching with this amazing bracelet? Oh, yeah. This ring and bracelet together are stunning, Carolyn.
Oh my God. Can I tell you, this is, in my 30 years, 31 years now, our most popular bracelet. I mean, there's everything to love about this. The 5 gorgeous gemstones right at the top, your rope detail, open work, so it never gets too heavy. We talk about that, you know, it's just an all-day bracelet that you don't get tired of wearing. And it's got the same, you know, the Navajo style flower. This cuff really started this whole collection, the classics collection, and then the ring came on board. So same thing goes with this cuff. You've been asking for so many new gemstones.
There you go. Like if you guys are like so many other people, we were talking about this on QVC last night. A lot of women say, this is what I want, kind of buying their own Christmas gift, telling their husband. That is a mix and match set. That is absolutely magnificent. So this bracelet B782, currently $419, 10 by 14 millimeters. These guys, these stones, look how big these stones are in this. So it is not going to be $419. It comes in so many colors. So B782, again, look at the colors, pick, mix and match. So right now, what I've done in my mix and match cart, the bracelet and the ring. So that's my mix and match. That's the beginning of mine.
But, you know, if you love all of our gemstones, think about what Mother Nature's done. You know, gemstones come from the earth. So maybe you're thinking, oh, I want that squash blossom and I'm going to get that in a malachite. But then I think I'll pick up the bracelet in, let's see, green turquoise if you love your greens, lapis if you want to keep classic, and then the ring in another gemstone. So it's all about, you know, how you want to create your wardrobe.
I'm looking at the comments. Ola Caverly says, own it, love it. I don't know if she's talking about the ring or the bracelet. Felicia says, 2 of my favorite styles, the ring and the bracelet. They're gorgeous together. I mean, stand alone, but you could also layer your tennis bracelets, whatever jewelry you have with this.
And I'm doing this. It's
There
big.
you go.
Yeah. Okay, Dottie, I'm wishing for that 5-stone cuff in snowflake obsidian and serpentine. Would also appreciate that last ring in snowflake obsidian.
Okay.
We hear you. We hear you, Dottie. I mean, the sky's the limit with that cuff because everybody loves it, and the ring.
Yes,
All right.
and we're working on colors. Okay, Carolyn, tossing it to you.
Okay, so we talked about, mixing and matching and doing kind of themes within the 309 styles. Well, you all have loved the bear. The original bear, let's see, what was he? He was about 1.5 inches. I'm going to call her a she, Mama Bear. She
Okay.
was about 1.5 inches tall by 2 wide. And this smaller version is, I don't have the dimensions on this, but you know what the good thing is? Whether you go and look at the detail on our website for the mama or the baby, you're going to see side by side, so you can get a sense of the scale. So
Right.
look at this one. This is so amazing. I
love
love the whole idea of the bear. It's a symbol of sacred healing power. And I love the fact that it's an enhancer, so you can wear it close to your heart. It's got speaking of the heart, it's got the heart line running through it in sterling silver. It's got the medicine pack on the back, because again, it's a symbol of healing. And it's just, it's kind of I don't want to say contemporary, but organic, interpretation of the bear, because originally Native Americans, and even now, when they're hiking through, the canyons or the mountains, and they see a rock that resembles a bear in its shape, whether it's a bear or a turtle, we call it the fetish theme. They, to pick it up and carry it is to bring, you that energy, that sacred healing power and strength. The bear is also a symbol of strength. So I love the idea, like you were saying, Carolann, to where if you've got the bigger bear, from the collection, and maybe even the one with it had turquoise, Sleeping Beauty turquoise in the medicine bundle, and then pick up 2 of these to wear on either side. Or do the mama bear. If you're a mama bear and you want to give your daughter, the baby bear, that would be a really cool thing to do. You've already got the big bear, and then you say, when she opens the gift, it's like, I just wanted to bring you that energy of healing, that energy of strength. This is P12569. It's currently $149, but it's not going to be. You're going to be amazed at this. It's going to be under $100. I'm just going to do that.
Yeah. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And like you said, the bear is such a beautiful, the meaning of that.
Yeah, and I love that it's hand carved out of black onyx, so it does have that sculptural quality and very high polished, which I love. First time we've done bear earrings.
Oh, I know. I was so excited. I was excited to see it, Carolyn, and I'm working with you guys.
I know. And when I first saw the sample, I'm like, oh, are they going to be too heavy for me? Because, I've got really thin earlobes and I've worn too many heavy earrings through my lifetime. They're comfortable. They're very comfortable, even given the fact that they're this big, sculptural carved gemstone. So they're just over 1.5 inches top to bottom. So they definitely get noticed, but they're not too over the top. This number is E12496. $296 is the price now, because of course you're getting 2, gemstones and all the same work that you see in the enhancer. But it's not going to be $269. So here's a great mix and match set.
Beautiful mix and match set. I mean, that is, there something so nice about having a matching set. I mean, obviously all your jewelry mixes and matches, but it is really nice to just have that matching set. Like that. I love it. That's why I'm so thrilled we're doing this.
Imagine too, if you've got someone on your list who's in, the healthcare industry, what a great, gift this would be, a symbol of healing, and the other nice thing I like about the whole matching piece idea is that maybe you pick up the enhancer for, the holiday gift, and then you hold the earrings for the birthday or for Mother's Day. So if you're wondering what I'm wearing the bear on, This is also in the group. It's this wonderful sterling silver polished oval link chain necklace. It's got a kind of a hammered texture. It works back to all the oxidation in the collection. You can get it in a 17-inch or a 20-inch option. So you've got options there. I actually made it more of a choker length because I can do that because of the open links. I could put the lobster claw clasp through any of the links. It's N2699, currently $224, and it's not going to be that though. There's code coming up. I think we're about ready to do the code.
I think, are you guys ready to get the code? Because I think we've showed you several items. Hold on tight here. So we're going to go back. Carolyn and I are going to give you a review of what the new price is going to be. You ready? Drum roll. Remember, mix or match. Add 2 or more to your cart. The code is mix match 40. You are getting 40% off those items. Guys, that's huge. That is huge. So that's why Carolyn and I wanted to come on before Thanksgiving. We didn't want you to miss anything next week when you're busy at home, because this discount is huge and it's time to start your Christmas shopping, right? So whether it's for you or somebody else, Mix Match 40V has it up in the thread there. What does that mean? That means, let me go back to my first couple items here. That squash blossom, guys, this beautiful squash blossom goes from $5.92 down to $3.55.
Oh my gosh. And remember, you don't have to love malachite because it comes in Kingman turquoise, charter white, beautiful purple, black agate, multicolor, or lapis. I mean, that is unheard of for a squash blossom necklace.
The ring, which was $81, is now $48.60. Guys, $48.60. That is, give it to your sister, give it to your daughter. $48.60. I mean, that is amazing. This bracelet comes down from $419 to $251.40. So this alone was $419. You now get this and this for around $300. This alone, remember, was $419. So 40% off. Mix and match, guys. Carolyn, what are yours?
Are you ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
The Bear Enhancer. And remember, it's got the enhancer bail, so I can put it on a chain, I can put it on leather, you name it.
Right.
It was $149, $89.40. $89.40. Can you believe that? And I think it works for all ages. I think guys can wear this. I think it's just fabulous. The matching earrings, because it's twice, the stone and work here, were $269. Now they're $161.40. Oh, love it. The chain I'm wearing, $224 sterling silver chain. Now $134.40, and it's got texture on it, so it's going to work with all the pieces in your collection.
Right. Guys, remember, all genuine gemstones, all sterling silver. What a beautiful gift. And you get the box, right? You get the romance card, you get the anti-tarnish bag, you get the pouch. So put a bow on it, put it in a box. Gorgeous presentation, the box. What a beautiful gift. So these are really great. Okay, we are gonna move on, Carolyn, because you talked about the bears, but I'm talking about the horse. Or should we say the pony?
And if you have a horse lover in your family, they're passionate, right? They can't get enough horse stuff.
So this was the original size, and it's in the collection. You can get that for 40% off if you want to, but we're kind of taking our inspiration from you guys. This is a little bit smaller. This is 1 3/8 inches vertical, 5 by 20 millimeter, 5 by 20 millimeter stone. Carolyn and I were talking before the show. What if you put the big one in the middle and 2 little ones on the side? What if you guys, the mama had the big one, the daughter has the little one? So many ideas here.
So, and what if you're just in a horse family, and so you've got the representation of you, the mama at the center, and then you've got 2 daughters, or maybe a daughter and a granddaughter, right?
I love that.
Didn't we get inspired by Anne? Oh, Okay, here she is. I have 3 of the original. Because Anne works at a horse rescue. So,
Yes.
she inspired, and you inspired so many of us to just layer on like the beaded necklace. I could be putting a ton of, horses and bears
Yeah.
and all kinds of things on here, or through a chain link. So
this was it's P12570, originally 139, now 8340. You know what? I know I've mentioned this before. So I live in like South Jersey. This area has a lot of farms, a lot of horse farms and competition areas here. And I have so many friends whose daughters, whose granddaughters are in that world, in the equestrian world. Wouldn't this be great to start them out this size? What a beautiful gift to put under the tree, to give them for Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, to give them. So the little horse, the big horse, again, now 8340. We'll talk about my chain later, but if you have the horse and we're talking about mixing and matching, guys, look at the earrings.
I love those.
Carolyn, I fell in love with these. I like, because you can put them looking out on your head, or you can put them looking towards each other when you put them in. But the detail on this is incredible on this earring.
Yep, you could have one running east and one running west, right? Oh, I love those. And I'm just loving these too. They're statement earrings. A lot of times, we do, I think we have the perfect, a silver earring coming up that I would call an accent earring, but these are statement earrings. If you love to make your statement
earrings, I don't know why I can't get that on. There you go. You know something? And like you said about the bear, I don't feel this weighing my ear down. No. Carolyn, it feels so light. It feels, oh my gosh, look, the necklace, that is, talk about mixing and matching, guys. That is a beautiful set. So the earrings are E12422. They were 269. They're 161.40.
They look great on you with your hair color. You can wear tiger's eye so well. You like earth tones, right?
I love it. I love tiger's eye. Take a look at that. The saddle, all the same dimension, all the same great detail you loved in the bigger piece. Right. So now you're mixing and matching different pieces. Maybe you want to get the whole collection, but Carolyn, I love that. This is so, when I saw this, I got really excited. New, guys, this is a new design. So we're loving that. All right.
Drum roll. Can you believe it? For those who've hung with us this whole time, this is a treat. I'm going to start with the ring. Look at this ring. Yeah. This is Kingman turquoise from Arizona, and this is such a rich blue green. I would call it greenish blue. It's more blue than it is green. Just iconic when it comes to American turquoise. And it comes in 5 to 10. It's just over an inch, knuckle to knuckle. Look at the bezel. I was just reading that Dottie said, why don't you do the 5-stone cuff with this bezel work? Right. Isn't it beautiful? These are tiny, little, but very strong Navajo style flowers, also called the concha. And those are holding that gorgeous gemstone. So not to cover up the gemstone, just crown it with beauty. Isn't that gorgeous?
Carolyn, that's magnificent.
You can order true to size, because look at how it tapers to the back. So this one is R5616, $649 for genuine Kingman turquoise in a 25 to 20 millimeter stone. Now, look what 40% does. $389.40. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. Sizes 5 through 10. It's also available in orange spiny, lapis, white howlite, phosphosiderite, which is that beautiful lavender, and rhodochrosite. And you know, all of our gemstones are the finest quality. I love the rhodochrosite. If you, when you go to the website and shop the collection, you're going to see it's this raspberry, you know, strawberries and cream, which is so gorgeous. I'll move to the enhancer. This is just about 2.5 top to bottom. It's an enhancer bale. So I was able to click it over this native pearl necklace, which we all love. This is a 40 by 30 millimeter stone. So it's even bigger than the ring, if you can see that. Look at that. But look at how we've matched the colors, because Kingman can be olive green or bright blue. This is what people identify Kingman as, you know, this just perfect combination of the blue and the green. This was $1,299 for this huge, beautiful enhancer that has that same bezel treatment. It's now $779.40.
I mean, that's huge. Carolyn, I mean, I'm looking at that ring on your hand. I'm looking at that necklace, huge. And we know you guys love turquoise. You know, when we talk to you guys, every single poll question, it's always turquoise is the answer, right?
Yes, it is always turquoise, and not just any turquoise, Kingman turquoise and Sleeping Beauty turquoise. You know, we know, I'm wearing the 5-stone cuff, which you talked about in the Kingman. So I've done some layering. So we know you really treasure, you know, the real deal. And we work with the GIA, so we can make this, you know, guarantee to you. Shop with confidence. The ring, again, is our 5616. It's now only $389.40. And the enhancer is P5617, $779.40. And none of these, you know, we don't have unlimited quantity in any of these, because, you know, these are treasures.
Yes. Yeah. They're, to me, like once in a lifetime purchases. That's the piece you are going to pass on. But that is a piece you can wear every single day. I don't care if it's with the little black dress or the white t-shirt.
Right.
That is your statement piece. So you're going to have it for years.
I just want to bring up the necklace I'm wearing, because I know our native pearl necklaces have been so popular. So if you're interested in this necklace, it's N2170. I haven't done the price, haven't looked at the price or the calculations, but as you shop the 309 items, you're going to see a lot of, you know, chains and native pearl necklaces. So if you're wondering about that.
Yeah. And keep in mind that, I mean, we're going to move on to mine, but keep in mind that, you know what I do? I call that the little white tee, your chains, because these are the building blocks of your jewelry wardrobe. You need these. It's a starting point. Listen, you don't even have to collect Southwestern jewelry to purchase these chains. They're gorgeous works of art, this sterling silver. So this is our sterling silver native pearl mixed bead toggle necklace. There's the toggle on there. I love the toggle. Easy on, easy off with this one. This is 20 inches. It is N2155. Okay, this is the 4 millimeters are the smallest beads in here. The 8 millimeters are the largest beads. Guys, take a look at the different texture on here, right? You have the native pearl with that concha on there. You have the rib, you have the smooth. I love this variation, this texture, the interest this adds with the variety of bead stones, Carol.
I do too. Yeah, it's the perfect balance of polished and texture. And, you know, I know you live in this one. You love it, right?
I do. I do. Yeah, I have a couple of yours that I reach for constantly. The great thing is, guys, this enhancer, even this small enhancer, was able to clip right over this. So keep that in mind when you're buying these. I mean, you're now making your own necklace. Carolyn, I have said this, like my whole attitude changed when I started purchasing enhancers, because I don't want to ever have a pendant again that I
know.
A special necklace, right?
No, once we went enhancer, we couldn't go back to pendant. No, no.
I don't even like to buy a necklace with anything on it. Now I like to make my own necklace with your enhancers.
Well, and if I were having to slide this over this big chunky bead, the bail would have to be huge. You'd be paying for silver you don't need to pay for. It would overpower, you know, the pendant itself. So we love our enhancers. And you know what? I never get a complaint about, the function. They always click securely.
Yes.
Have
Yeah,
you
I've
ever?
never had a problem.
No,
I've never
never.
had a problem. So guys, if you're looking for a staple piece, whether you're purchasing Carolyn's or mine, this is N2155, 294 originally, 176.40, solid sterling silver, 20 inches, all the beadwork, all the oxidation, all the polish on this one. By the way, I could have put that pony right through the toggle too.
You
Keep
could
that
have.
in mind. You get the option of 2 different looks when you buy this. Put it through the toggle or put it on right on the beads.
We're getting so many comments about the native pearl because it is a must-have in your collection. So Anne says she connects multiples of those to make longer lengths, and others of you are saying you layer them. They're a staple in your jewelry wardrobe. I'm so happy that today they're 40% off.
I didn't even think of that. So even if you got the toggle, you could connect them into each other. And that toggle is so beautiful. That becomes part of the necklace.
Exactly.
So if you want to do a really long with a big pendant, if you want that look, you could do that. But that's really smart. So she said she has like 6. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we have people who say, I have your neck. People love these native pearl necklaces. Becky says they're a staple of her jewelry collection. They really are. They're a staple of all our collections. So, Carolyn,
speaking of a staple, the earring you're about to show is a staple, right?
It absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to wrap up here. So, I post a lot of things for different events on my Instagram page. I'm going to say 75% of the time I am wearing that forward-facing pearl bead earring that you have. It's just on my night table. This is the runner-up. This is the one I love. This goes with you guys, look how sweet that is. This goes with any jewelry collection. This is ageless. This is timeless. It's just that little sterling silver sparkle at the ear. This is the sterling silver native pearl drop and dangle earring. It's 1 3/4 vertical drop. E2471, normally $89. Our 40% mix and match discount, $53.40. You're getting guys, this is such a beautiful gift. You're never going to go wrong giving somebody this gift.
Right. Or gifting yourself, because if you're doing all of this around your neck, maybe you don't want to do a big earring. So I call it just the kind of the crowning touch, the exclamation point. That's always right. It's also that earring that you just, pop on with your athleisure when you're running errands, right?
It absolutely is. You made such a good point, Carolyn, because that brings us back to the poll question. What do you love to wear with the statement squash blossom necklace? 27% said earrings, 33% bracelet, 30% said ring. So a lot of you said the earring. This is just enough with that squash blossom necklace. Remember, guys, that I had this on? Just enough with that, right? You don't need any more. So I love these earrings. Whether you collect Southwestern jewelry or not, whether you're buying for somebody who collects it, you can't go wrong with this one, guys. So what did I say this was, Carolyn? $53.40, 40% off. Remember, mix and match, guys. More than 2 items, you get the 40.
Yep. All right. So let's stick with silver, right? And this is an amazing opportunity at this more petite cuff, but it certainly isn't, bendy or, or unimportant. I mean, I can really, do you remember, you knew our dear Antonella, she did a test, right? And if her fingers turned white when she tried to open a cup, you knew it was great quality. So these are all cast sterling silver. Even though this is a smaller scale overall, it still has this beautiful dimension with that beautiful concha design. So this again, back, with your native pearl earrings, this and those earrings on a casual day would just be perfect. Or how about, layering those with your tennis bracelets, with your cuff. I've got it on with a Kingman cuff. This is B895, and it's about 1/4 inch wide. And our bracelets, unlike most stores, you can shop with us and decide between small, average, and large. Originally $154 for solid sterling silver. Now it's $92.40.
Carolyn, that mix and match situation you have going on right there with the ring and the bracelets. My God, that's $1 million look. That is just absolutely gorgeous.
Well, and you can just, do whatever, right, with this bracelet because, well, all of these cuffs, the cuffs that we're featuring today, have a straight edge. So, they're not tapered, so they don't overlap. They just layer so beautifully. I love it.
That's what makes them that's what
I'm
makes them
going
so
to
fantastic.
take the big ring off. Talk about a great starter piece for your daughters, your granddaughters, your nieces, those who like to be, a little more minimalist in their jewelry. This is the matching ring. It too is about a 1/4 inch wide, about the same size, has the same dimension, so comfortable. Look at this, the detail goes all the way around. It would have been a lot easier just to stop it and do this, sizing bar, but it goes all the way around. It's so comfy, sizes 5 through 10, R1633. It was 45. So I think this is our best value in the show, $27.
Yeah,
$27.
$27. That's
Wow.
unbelievable. That's a great stackable item there.
Yeah.
I mean, again, a mix and match opportunity here. That's so affordable at 40% off, right?
You know what? I've heard from a lot of our collectors that when, when they go on a casual vacation, come to Santa Fe, Balloon Fiesta, maybe you want to layer that with your diamonds, with your wedding set.
I love that, Carolyn. That's beautiful.
Or your Diamonique. Wouldn't that be
great? Exactly. That is such a great idea. You know what? I just noticed. So Anne said, could you post the link for the website pieces in the special today? Let me really quickly, before we close this out, just go over this. AmericanWestJewelry.com. You're going to go to that website. V did post a link here within this thread, guys, so you can get to it right away. But if you're on the website, the banner comes up at the top. It's in a blue, box. You'll see AWJ Live. You click that. 309 items that are going to come up that pertain to this mix match 40% discount. You put more than 2 items in, you are getting 40% off. So Carolyn and I just went over just a few of them. You have a choice of 309 items.
Yeah. And, you also have, great customer service. If you do pick up the wrong size, right? We make it very easy. We have certain easy pay options, right?
Right.
You can pay over time.
Exactly.
Our quality is impeccable. And so, you just can't go wrong with this sale. I'm so excited about it. And take some time for yourself before you get too busy.
Yeah. Order your jewelry before you cook the turkey. That's all I'm saying. Just order your jewelry before you cook the turkey, because once Turkey Day comes, all right, it's done.
Yeah, it's done.
You only have 1 month after that, 4 weeks. It's a short
because Thanksgiving is so late in the month.
Yeah.
So it's going to get crazy.
Late in the month. I have my sign I always put up when everybody comes in. It says, get your fat pants ready. So that's what we're going to be doing in my house, getting our fat pants ready now. I got to get the turkeys. I cooked 2 turkeys, Carolyn. It's
oh my gosh. Well, most of my cousins and all of their kids and my aunts and my sisters and my brother, they're all still in Minnesota. So it's crazy, and it's crazy competitive. We love board games. Board games and leftovers. So what we do is just eat and play games. And if it's nice out, we'll go out and play some football or something. But, it's all about, just being together.
That's what it's about, right? It's about family. We have gingerbread house building for the little ones in the morning, and my husband deep fries 2 turkeys, and everybody brings stuff, and it's a lot, but I'm never going to stop it. I don't think. My kids are like, nope, you've got this till you are done, lady. That's what they keep saying.
You were so sweet. I was stuck in Westchester, Bill and I, one year when we first met, and you invited us over you already had such a full house. So, but that's what it's about, right?
Yes,
so,
absolutely. That's what it's about. So everybody have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Everybody have a great mix and match party. 40% off, guys.
Yes. And we'll see you soon. Love you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.